Good morning, everyone. Coach James here. We're going to get started your 5th day of your 12 days of fitness. Today's titled, Home is Where the Orange Zone Is. It is going to be revisiting a previous workout that we did earlier in the year. Big endurance day on the treads and rowers. Power on the weight floor, so it's a great day to rack up squat points, make that our primary objective. Orthopedic issues, options, let me know. I am your guy. Let's go have a great morning workout.
Oh, that's fine. Go ahead.
Locate your name on our
Brush.
Start button around your waist, get that belt movement. To the right of that start button, your quick touch buttons for speed, 3 to 4 miles per hour. To the left, your quick touch buttons for incline, 1%, more so use flat road. Let's get warmed up. Rowers are feet side of our feet, leg straps across the widest part, gripping the handles, palms down, thumbs underneath at shoulder width. You get driving with your legs to get that water moving. We're settling into a stroke rate somewhere between 18 and 24. You'll find strokes per minute on the left-hand side of that OT Connect. Wait for your dynamic warm-up on the VBA. Take this time to perform those movements, getting your kinetic chain active and warmed up. Treads, we're going to find our base. A challenging yet doable green effort. Power walkers are between 1 and 3% on your inclines, 3.5 to 4.5 miles per hour. Joggers are 4.5 to 5.5 miles per hour. Runners are 5.5 or greater. Let's find our base. 3, 2, 1, base. Rowers will also find our base, that challenging yet doable green effort. We've already settled into our stroke rate somewhere between 18 and 24. From here, we'll simply increase that leg drive in order to get up to that green zone. Strong forward posture to begin, pressing our feet through those plates and shoot to the backs of our rowers, floating that handle straight back to our midsection before we engage our hamstrings by driving your heels into those plates to bring yourself forward for another stroke. Find your base. Wait for it. We're also going to try to get our heart rate up a little bit, increase that intensity. If your body needs any additional movements to get nice, loose, limber, ready for your day, take this time to perform those as well. Treads, you have one long 14-minute endurance block. Today you'll be alternating between bases and pushes. Starting off with a 30-second push, a 30-second base will increase that effort by 15 seconds every time. Our objective here in our first block is to try to maintain that push intensity every time it comes around so that we are able to finish off our block. We'll start off with a more conservative push from round to round. Expect your base and your push to start feeling more intense as you'll have very little recovery in between. We're going to talk about your day. 14-minute endurance block. We're going to be starting off in round 1 with 1 medicine ball movement and a 200-meter base row. You will go through 4 rounds and add on a medicine ball movement every round, so we'll go through all 4 of your medicine ball movements now. Starting off with squat jump with press. Medicine ball starts by our chest, bending at our knees to lower ourselves down, press to our heels. We're going to move that medicine ball out in front, retracted to our chest before we land. And option here is just to turn it into a squat to front press. Your second medicine ball move will be an alternating reverse lunge with rotation. Medicine ball extended out in front of us, take a step down and back. Rotate that medicine ball over, then knee down forward, switch legs and do it to the other side. We'll have 10 reps. We have jack press today. Medicine ball starts by our chest. As we separate our feet like we're doing jumping jacks, we'll also push that medicine ball out and bring it back to ourselves. The last medicine ball move you're going to see is an alternating halo. Medicine ball start up by our face. We're going to push one elbow up to the ceiling to open up a loop. Loop it around our head. Switch which elbows pointed towards that ceiling behind ourselves and bring it back in front. And we'll reverse that order. Let's move that medicine ball back around our head the other way. In round 1, you'll see your first exercise, that squat jump with front press or a 200-meter base row. We're going to increase that distance on that base row by 200 for every round and also add in another medicine ball movement. In round number 4, you should see 4 medicine ball movements and an 800-meter base row. Right, we'll talk about your block. Back-to-back add-ons. You're also going to be adding in exercises as the day progresses. In round number 1, you'll just have your neutral grip push press. Dumbbells are up on our shoulders, palms facing each other. We're simply going to get a slight dip in our knees. Push the dumbbells up over our head. 8 reps. Secondly, we'll have high pull with power. Dumbbells are on our sides. We'll push our hips back to engage that posterior chain as we snap our waist forward. We're driving our dumbbells up to our shoulders, leading with our elbows. You're going to see X walk jack with floor jack. That X means cross. We're playing hopscotch here. As our feet are separated, we're going to touch the ground, bring our feet forward, stand up, and touch it down with our other hand. Then we'll reverse that order as we're making our way through that exercise. Lastly, we have bridge rows with explosive tempo, facing the wall, bending our knees, pressing our hips up towards the ceiling as we drive our elbows straight through our rib cage in order to bring ourselves up towards the wall and extend our arms back down. And round 1, you have just 1 exercise. Round 2, your second exercise you'll add in. Round 3, you're doing 3, and round 4, you're doing 4. Go ahead, grab your weights, get started, point 4. Rowers, round 1's coming up, about 30 seconds. We're going to start off with our medicine ball. Grab your handles, step behind your machine, find your medicine ball. You have squat jump with front press for 10 reps to begin. Treads your first 2 efforts, a 30-second push into a 30-second pace. We will increase these durations by 15 seconds every time we have them and alternate between the 2 until we get to our finisher. Power up is 8% or greater. 3, 2, 1, 30-second push.
First of all, I want to thank my connect.